Okay. Quit that. Oh, no, I don't want to quit that. I want to quit this. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess I'm undone. Let's start with you.
Okay.
Let me do a couple things here real quick. Put you guys over here and find my cursor. There it is. Okay. There we go. All right then.
Well, they look familiar.
Yeah, just a couple of Canadian geese that I liked, that they were standing around a bunch of wildflowers there, and I liked the color and stuff, so I took a shot of that, and I done some sharpening on the geese and kind of flattened the flowers in the background and stuff. Then I put a frame and matted it on in topaz.
Yeah.
You made obnoxious geese look nice down.
Yeah. Well, that one's really cocked back, isn't he? Pretty neat. Yep, let me see if I can do this and still be in full screen. Yeah, there we go.
This here's an old one that I shot with my D90. I don't know how many years ago that was. This is at West Milton, Ohio. That falls is fed by a natural spring.
Oh, wow.
Nobody seems to know where the water comes from. That's just the way it is. It actually sits behind a funeral home, but in the town. But when it gets get a lot of rain, that whole valley, that whole ravine fills up with water then.
Is it a cool spring or a warm one?
Yeah, it's cool. It's not hot. It's ice cold.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the way you framed it. Real nice.
This is the Empire Ranch. Been there a number of times. I always liked this old door, so I finally done a bunch of masking on it, tried to bring the cracks and the paint all out, and added a light to the bottom of the floor. It was kind of dark, so you could see for the light coming through the other doors, and did a little luminosity masking and stuff to get the colors toned down a little bit in the walls and stuff. They was overly bright.
Mhm.
Nice,
Some
nice.
of the new masks that Lightroom and come out with and stuff work. I'm learning to use them better.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Yeah,
Nice image. Yeah.
Yeah, and very nice.
real
Thank
nice.
you.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could use your new generative remove tool to get rid of
Well,
that.
I thought about taking that out, and I guess I've been working on it for so long, I got lazy. and left it in.
Okay.
This is New York City. This is the High Line, what they call it. That was used to be a train track.
All right.
One of the first ones that was put in. They converted it to a walking path now. I think it's like 2 miles long.
Oh,
They add different art throughout the year, change the arts stuff in it. And, it's a pretty popular place.
mhm.
I did a lot of masking on that, trying to get, it was really blue because the blue sky and the buildings were turned out so blue. So I did a lot of masking in Lightroom and stuff, and changing that around.
Mhm. Did you try doing just pulling the blue down in hue, saturation, and value?
I did. I did started in with curve tone and went and took the blue out in that way. Well, in fact, the first thing I did, I went to, in the Photoshop and did, a LUTs on, that removed the blue. I
Uh-huh.
took all the blue out, and then I went back into the curved line and then brought a little bit of blue back into it and then went from there then.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, LUTs can be helpful a lot of times, if you want to do almost like a color grading.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, I tried the other stuff to take the blues out, and the buildings were just so blue, reflection and stuff that worked, seemed to work the best for me.
Okay, good.
This is New York too. This was a daylight shot that I darkened down to make it look like a twilight shot.
Mhm. So you had a lot of reflection from the sunset, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of made it dark, and then I brought out the light that was there and with different, used a lot of radio filters and stuff on it to change things around.
Mhm. Yeah, worked out nicely.
Thank you.
Or maybe just take this
Yeah,
down.
I was looking at that too. That's a little bright right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be something to check out. All right. Is that your last one? Yeah. Let's see here. Yep, okay.
Yep.
Nice,
Thank you.
nice group. Okay, let's go down to Jim Bowman.
Okay, so we're back in Michigan now.
Mhm.
And, just thought this was a nice picture with the I forget what they're called. They're goslings? Cygnus.
Little baby geese, yeah.
Oh, these are swans. Right. They're
So
swan
Cygnus, isn't it?
cygnets. That's right. You're right. Yeah, but pretty cool. Five little guys there.
Hmm. Is there any significance? Is it by age that they're a little darker?
Just the way they're born, there's some that are darker than others.
Uh, yeah, I thought maybe they went through phases like some other fledglings do.
Yeah.
Mhm. Nice. Oh, I almost wonder if maybe some of this top here could go. What do you guys think?
Mm,
Maybe, right, so
Yeah.
grass is over the top of the frame. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe bring it down a little bit like that. You know, that might help out.
That's better, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good.
That's
Oh, that's nice.
So this is a bunch of guys that went out together with me and just to photograph. And I just caught a group of them there at the top of the hill, and just like the scene. I just like the
Yeah, it's nice.
kind of everybody going out on a great adventure. I don't know how much adventure they got, but
Yeah, yeah,
Nice shot.
yeah, very nice. Skies are really nice colors and
Yeah.
yeah, it really works the way you got this coming in.
Um,
yeah.
So, right.
So this is Big Sable, which is big lighthouse along the shoreline of Lake Michigan,
Mhm.
and not I kind of think it's just self-explanatory.
yeah.
Yeah. Where's that at?
It's between where Ludington is.
Yeah.
Well, it's about midway, and it's about 20 miles, 30 miles south
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
of
got
Ludington.
Ludington and Muskegon, right, Bill?
Muskegon, yeah. Muskegon would be the next big town.
Okay. Haven't been up that way in a long time. That's real nice, yeah.
So another lighthouse, this is the one north of, this is closer to, golly, why can't I think of it? Anyways, this particular lighthouse is the other one. They're two kind of matching lighthouses. And they were both built around the late 1800s, and landmarks in the area of Ludington and Muskegon, or really help me out.
She's thinking too.
I should know the name of it too, and I can't think of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so,
I'll think
so
of it.
Jim, are all these lighthouses still operational?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
Yeah. So this one looks more like a cast iron or boilerplate where it's. just-
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this-
That one's all brick.
This one's brick. Okay. Yeah. It's hard to tell if it's brick or concrete. Oh yeah, I can see down here now. Yeah. Nice.
nice. Yeah, I like it.
Littles.
I love the lighthouses.
Yeah.
So so this one, I took when we first got here, and it's still winter, or well, it's March.
Uh-huh.
And so I just like the different tonalities
Yeah,
of the white and then the dark and then the kind of the gray behind it.
Mhm.
yeah,
Nice.
like it.
Okay. That's your last one, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks. Those look good. Alrighty, let's go down to Jim Murphy. You got 4? Looks like, yeah. You here, Jim?
Yeah,
Okay, 4 of them, right?
yeah, right. Four pictures.
Okay.
This is tarpon coming out of the water, and you could, if you held a fish in your hand, you could be 2 or 3 feet above the water, and they come out. They're also their mouth is big enough they could swallow your hand, so you want you want to be a little careful.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like very careful. Huh?
Yeah, I like the way the scales go, kind of silver gold, depending on which way they're facing. That must be part of the lighting too. Yeah,
how big a fish is this?
lighting's up
It's
there.
like 50 pounds, I'd say.
Oh,
But now, was he hooked? Where?
No, he's jumping. I'm holding or I guess in this particular picture, I'm not holding the fish, but somebody's holding a fish and he's coming out of the water and take the fish out of their hand. You have to put it in between your fingers. You don't want to hold it with your fingers. So
Yeah.
they're
Definitely.
not that great at aim. They kind of miss sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll pass.
It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, there used to be a restaurant on a long pier in Puerto Rico, and they'd feed the tarpon off that too. But generally, they just flip it over into the water and watch them school in.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing tricky like this. That's great.
This is a red-tailed hawk I took that shot in Green Valley. And I got so many of those red-tailed hawk flying pictures. I'll do something else with it. So put some texture on.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good.
This in Topaz?
This I did in another program called Anthropics.
Oh, I'm familiar with that one.
It's an old program.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, it's got a nice look to it. All right, just pull a little bit more of the eye.
Okay, I can do that for sure.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
erase the mask off of it.
right. Real nice.
I just took this a couple days ago. always enjoy trying to take flying shots because they're more challenging than like a bird on a stick shot, but it's a red-winged blackbird.
Mhm.
And I just blurred the background a little bit more. And I actually shifted the color in a little bit more of a blue-green and then a yellow-green kind of, I don't know if it's effective or not, but I just made just a choice I made.
Mhm.
Yeah, with the green, it's really nice, the orange, red.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I did open the head up on this one on the eye a little bit to make it, it was pretty black, so I was able to open it up a little bit. The shadow slider.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can see where your shadow grain's coming up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. Did you try and maybe use the denoise in Lightroom before you did this, or?
Okay, I'm trying to remember. I think in fact I did
Mhm.
do that on
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, all right. Then you get just a little light spot there. I probably just knocked that down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess it's your choice if you want to clean his head up a little bit or not. Nice.
It's nice.
Shot this, I went down to there's a heron right here pretty close to where I live and they're nesting now and these birds were in a nest, so they're pretty high up in a tree, but anyway, I took this shot. It's a little bit different than some of the other blue heron shots.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Good shot, John.
Yeah,
Mm,
very good.
real nice. So you've been on a lot of walkabouts up there since you've been home?
Not too much, really. I haven't gotten out too much, but it's been raining so much. I go out and it's just cold and rainy, so I haven't been getting out that much.
Yeah. Well, got plenty here to choose from anyway. Look great. Keep it up. All right, let's go to Kim.
I went to do Agua Caliente Park last week.
Oh,
Up there before. And boy, is that lake full of turtles.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them up there.
Lots of them.
Yeah,
And they think you're gonna feed them because he swam up close.
yeah, yeah, they almost like big there. I noticed that.
They, even though there's signs telling you not to feed, they must be
Yeah.
expecting it, because this guy came up pretty close.
Yeah, yeah.
So cropped it more, actually, I had a bit of a bigger image at first, because I was looking at the feed. But then I thought, no, I wanna get in and bring the face, focus more on the face, and
Mhm.
didn't realize until I was processing it that I actually caught a bubble that he was blowing in the process. So just brought up the colors a bit more, did this all, well, I did take it into topaz just to bring out the detail a bit more,
Mhm.
but didn't do a whole lot else to it.
Yeah. Nice.
John.
I'm wondering if it would be good to reframe it and take the bottom part out maybe 2 or 3 inches.
That's one thing. What else would work here? I would darken this down a
Darken
bit.
that down. more.
Yeah, yeah, let's just take a quick peek here. I guess that computer club internet's a little slow. Alrighty. Yep, yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Guess there's a couple ways we could do this. One would be to just the way we used to do it before we had camera raw integrated, we would just get curves or something and then just watching this area. You could grab this little hand and bring it down and kind of get a feel for it, and just keep an eye on this area. And then take your mask and invert it. That, and then get a brush and just make a nice big one. And just paint it in. So
Yeah.
that's one way to do it. The other way would be to go into camera raw and just do it locally with a brush, same way. I guess we could do that too, so you can get a comparison. Okay, so we'll go over here to our local. And just get a brush there. Do the same thing.
Yeah.
You take exposure down, or you can go down and use the same curves. Down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would like to see it zoomed right in the face, just crop it right into the face. See what-
come in tighter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much resolution you have, but.
And that bubble, if you could bring it out more better.
This here,
The bubbles, right, we kind of lost. I don't know if you're gonna be able to bring it out.
yeah, I don't know, let's just see something here. Oh. Right thing. Remember, I work in Lightroom so much, I forget they keep moving these down here. See if, well, we don't want clarity in there. Let's do another mask for that. So we'll go in here and create another mask, get a brush, maybe just go in this area here. Yeah. Take some of that out, but we'll take a look real quick here. I guess we can brighten it up a little bit.
It's kind of like got a double.
Yeah, maybe. I guess you could kind of work your way around. Sure you get that edge really well. Well, it's helping a little bit.
What
Yeah.
about that dehaze slider, Sandy? Would that help?
Doing what?
The dehaze?
Dehaze, yeah, sometimes it might. It's just gonna kind of darken it down and plug it up a bit. Only other thing might be to take your highlights down a bit and then bring up your whites a little more. And kind of balance that back and forth. I don't know if that helped or not. Okay. Probably get a little more out of the raw.
This is the bunkhouse that's back in the park. Oh. At Agua Caliente. So I just converted it to black and white. That's how I saw it when I was walking around it. Took a couple things out of the one part of the window. They were modern looking couple paper files sticking out, file holders. And then, God, I played with so many different black and white filters. This actually might have been one of the presets in Lightroom. I don't remember now.
Okay.
Brought the color down, or the white down just a little. Once I converted it to black and white, that curtain got a little too bright. So brought it down a little bit. But then also took it, put it in a filter in Topaz too, just to bring out the reflections of the trees.
Yeah. What do you guys think maybe this could come down a little bit more.
More.
Yeah. Yeah, just a touch, yeah.
And that's what just the fun one with reflections. And then a slight impression filter in topaz. Just to, kind of hard to see it on the screen, just to put a little texture into the sky, because the sky was just that flat blue. But I did crop it some, but then I was trying to decide whether to crop out that lone tree on the right
Mm-hmm.
and bring it in more, or I kind of liked how it was balanced.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose, whoops, I suppose you could take a little more sky
More
out.
sky out.
Yeah. If you want it.
And this is an infrared preset.
Okay.
Lightroom's infrared, I believe. Thought I'd experiment.
Haven't tried that. It looks interesting. I guess you just have to watch the highlights overall, you know.
So Kim, where is this?
Agua Caliente Park, it's on the northeast side of Tucson. It's about an hour from Green Valley.
Hmm.
Interesting
It-
place, because there's really not much in the way of cactus. It's all
Yeah.
palm trees and water.
Yeah.
They had a fire there a year back or so.
Yes, a couple years ago now, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's still recuperating.
Okay. Yeah, I was out there kind of a little after 5 one day, so the clubhouse was closed and everything, but there's still quite a few people there and
Yeah, I
was
was there
still
on
like,
Wednesday, so nothing was, their visitor center and stuff was not, it's only open Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
and it's
well, they had all the
not-
blinds down. I couldn't even see in. So, yeah, it looked pretty well shut down.
Yeah, there's areas of it that are blocked.
Did you go to that back area too?
Well, that's where it was blocked.
Really?
Toward the,
Oh, that was
yeah,
open when I
toward
was there.
behind-
Yeah, interesting.
behind that spot, because I saw where you could walk, then I got up there and there's a sign saying closed to public access or different signs.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, yeah, going around the backside of it, but there's a path that goes between the two ponds.
Didn't even see the other ponds.
Oh, yeah, there's like a walkway and then you can go back.
Yeah.
There's
Well, I did, yeah, because I did go to that one walkway toward the back, and that's where the sign was saying it was closed.
yeah, because you can't go around the backside of the pond,
Okay, but
the
you
main
can go
pond,
around.
but you could stay to the right.
Um,
And there's another area back there that's kind of interesting as well. Okay, I guess to counteract this white, you could go into your local and go down to your range and go in luminance. And then just find something really light like that, maybe. And then you can trim it down. Yeah, this is how it flows off, gradiates, and then this, you can actually tighten it down a bit if you want. And once you have that, then you can go in there and start dropping things down a bit, or try other things, like maybe see if there's anything you can pull out of there. Not really. It's pretty blown. Yeah. Now, if this was in color, you could mess with the color temperature and other things to kind of blend it in a little bit, you know, maybe warm it up and add a little magenta. That might work out. But take a little of the curse off of it. It's getting a little muddy though. I don't think I go quite that much. It just a hint. But that's how you isolate that area.
Okay.
All right.
And again, this is the bunkhouse. And I kept this one in color because I liked the black and white checked patterns with the red and the reddish colors around it.
Yeah, I like the way the paint's
Yeah,
Mhm.
degrading, very nice.
Yeah, I just wanted that to, it probably would look good in black and white, but I like the color
Mhm.
variances in it.
Yeah, nice.
nice one.
Okay. Great. Yeah, it's a nice place if you haven't been there.
Kind of a surprise.
Yeah. And it is out there a ways.
This is just a morning walk with the dog. This is with my camera. I took out a bunch of stuff using, using generative fill in the background, up in that right-hand corner. We did,
This up
like
here.
pole and stuff taken out,
Mhm.
and just part up the colors a little bit and flowers and.
Was this oil paint again in Photoshop? Yeah.
Used extensive,
Mhm.
just to,
Mhm.
flowers and.
Yeah. Hey.
This is another thing, we've got some neighbors that love to put stuff along the side of their house. This is a new addition, so I just decided to shoot it. Brought up on the base and did a sky replacement.
This looks like something from the Gulf states.
Yeah.
With a conglomerate of big crap that they're collecting.
In Green Valley. Okay. So you got it in the late afternoon or early morning? Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, those wispy clouds work nicely with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sky was kind of boring, so I just.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if maybe I ought to just take a little bit of the warmth out of the. I suppose we could just. Oh, was it TIFF or something, I guess? Where do they put, I guess colors down here and here, okay. Still getting used to this camera interface. Well, I don't think I'd do it there. I think I would do it in the color mixer. Yeah, maybe
Yeah, that's good.
just a little bit like that. Yeah, I think that helps.
So. This was one I visited in the backyard.
Wow.
I had just taken the dog out back and I saw him come along the brick. First thing I did was get the dog in the house. Yeah. And grab my camera and then be back out.
Yeah, I
And
can see.
leave it on the back wall. So I just put the texture and stylize in the background and left him alone, just brought up his colors a little bit.
I'm curious if we could pull a little more out of here with like photo AI or something. Let's try it. Hmm. I don't think it needs to be denoised, but I can go to sharpen and I'm guessing that's lens blur. Let's go all the way up and see if it even cuts it. I guess it can. I guess it can. Interesting.
That's topaz, yeah.
Yeah,
Clubhouse is pretty good.
yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just kill that for now. We don't need to cancel it. I don't know if there's enough in Lightroom to pull it out or Camera Raw, but as long as we're at it, let's see. So maybe we'll just do his head real quick here. I'm gonna be sloppy, but that's all right.
What was it you did to the background?
I used, in Photoshop stylized, it's like a photo painting. You can adjust the amount of texture and stuff.
Yeah, close enough for government work. Okay, let's see what we can do here. There should be some sharpen somewhere. There we go. Yeah, even all the way up, it's not doing a whole lot. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess this,
Better though.
yeah, it is. It is. So, yeah, let's see here. Yeah. A little better. Okay. All right.
This I took in my camera, it was later in the afternoon, basically it's the bark on a palm tree. And I just zoomed in on, and I just like the various textures and where the colors moving.
Mhm.
That's a real nice abstract.
Yeah, it is beautiful light.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I'm just curious what it would look like. Oh, that way,
Yeah, I thought about that.
possibly, or that way. Hmm.
Yeah, that's a keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you can go all kinds of ways with that one.
That is a real chart.
Nice.
This was taken a number of years ago at the Desert Museum, and I've always liked it, it's like, it's like you looking at me type thing.
Hey.
I toned down some of it, it was really bright, I had to bring out the fog, there's nails and stuff on the left-hand side, because the other side washed out,
Hmm.
and then I put it in and stylized it again. But I like the different variations of the browns and.
Yeah, this is really fun, the way this is going against these nails. And then this just works with his hair. I like these frizz dens. That's a lot of fun. Yeah. We definitely titled that one, You Talking to Me.
Is his mouth crooked, like-
Yeah, it's kind of sideways, like a wise guy.
Always.
Talking to me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, is that it? Yeah, okay. Well, nice. Alrighty, let's go to window.
This was taken quite a few years ago in southern Portugal, Porto Mile. And we were in the school village area. And this church, and I happened to get the picture with that lady walking up from the far side. But the top of her head was right at the top of that wall behind. And she wasn't very big, so I did a copy and paste and enlarged her and moved her out a little ways. And then I had to use a clone tool to get the background in. Could have used the remove tool and done it easier probably, but I did it the old way,
Mhm.
and then cropped it, several different ways, but ended up liking this, as the best proportion of the church and her, and the coastline in the background. And kind of a, I don't know, like a small person and the huge church, kind of a contrast.
Mhm.
I thought it was interesting. Anyway, it's nice. Blue sky behind it and everything.
Yeah, you got a nice warm and cool effect going there. So I'm assuming this was symmetrically flopped and went down on the other side.
Yes,
So you just kind of split it down the middle.
yeah.
Yeah. Does the building actually end here or here? It almost looks like a wing wall there.
Yeah, I'm not sure, yes, it actually continues pretty much straight back in that.
From the edge here.
Yeah, 'cause you
Yeah.
got the shadows on the ground there with like the edge of that roof.
Yeah, it's very geometric the way you don't have any of the side showing.
Yeah.
It's just nice and straight on.
So a really nice image, Wendell. Very nice.
Yeah. Looks so
What I
nice.
like about it is you've got the sky, which essentially is inverted. It's the same shape as the church. If you just
Yeah.
flop it
Yeah,
and vice versa. So you've got these
yeah.
opposing shapes. Well, not opposing, they're connected shapes, but
Yeah.
opposing.
Yeah, so that. I did like to
Subjects.
slope down there from the wall of the church.
Yeah, real nice.
This was a scan off of a 35mm negative that just years ago.
Mhm.
This is an old truck in Nebraska.
Hmm.
And it just kind of mournful look. Well, probably take something out of the engine compartment, dump the wood on the ground. Like all the grass growing up around it. I didn't do a whole lot with it. I tried to get the noise out of the grain, I guess, out of the sky
Mhm.
that came in from the negative itself. It didn't work too well, but here it doesn't show up too good.
Yeah. Did you isolate the sky locally?
I tried to just work with the sky. I could have replaced it, but I
Well, true, yeah.
do that. I also like the tilt of the thing. I
Mhm.
think the camera is pretty much horizontal, but the way the slope of the hill behind and
Right.
angle of the truck gave a little more feeling movement or.
Oh, yeah.
Nice one, Wendell.
Real nice. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's got two good headlights.
Yeah.
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 Always look as if they've been left on.
And you've got all these different angles and leading edges and things going on. Yeah, it works out real well.
Patina of the rust on the fenders.
Mhm. Interesting the way this is just going out.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I looked like the old mirror bracket.
Yeah, yeah, looks like it just lined right up. Probably somebody did subconsciously.
Yeah, could have broken some of that off.
No, I like it. It kind of ties it together, almost like you're towing it.
This is a church in Tierra Maria, New Mexico, Santo Nino Church. And,
Oops.
What?
Uh-oh. That was weird. There we go.
Like the shape of the church, but for some reason it was out of focus, fuzzy. So I did what editing I needed to and Photoshop, and used the topaz oil paint on the black and white, so give it a rougher, less definite edges,
Mhm.
so the out of focus didn't really show up. Just got exaggerated.
Just looks more painterly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The clouds are original, replace them.
yeah.
Anyway, one of the more attractive shapes of church buildings. Taking pictures of them.
Yeah.
Angel Adams has a couple of church pictures that reminds me of. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it seems, I've been looking in other groups that a lot of people that are doing the fine art or the painterly effect are purposely softening the image slightly so it doesn't look quite as photographically tack sharp.
Yeah.
Not quite this much, but you know,
Yeah.
just a little bit to kind of take the edge off of it.
Yeah.
So that's something maybe you guys can keep in mind if you're playing around with the painterly effects.
This was a workaround to salvage another one.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
Okay, this was at the Tucson Auto Museum on club tour up there
Mhm.
3 months ago. And this was a little Citroen 2CV. And I did the Photoshop general editing and get it cropped down and everything. And then used the Topaz Expressionism,
Hmm.
which really did a weird thing. The car itself was kind of more of a gray,
Ah,
and the grill was regular silvery chrome. So it went bazoo on
so I had a built-in complementary color scheme for you.
I love it, yeah.
what it did.
Yeah,
Anyway, I did like the fact I had those fluorescent light reflections up there.
yeah, they're kind of wild.
Took a couple of them out that I didn't like, but
Mhm.
mostly left them in.
Yeah. What about the reds and the blues in the grill? Were those there or
I didn't think
exaggerated
so.
or added?
It might have been a little touch of red somewhere, but
I just
so
keyed in on, huh? Yeah.
it did a lot of weird things with the color, more than I'm used to seeing.
Mhm.
Expressions.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Oh, good, Elvis.
Yeah. Yeah, we were over in Patagonia a couple weeks ago. We've been wanting to go to this Velvet Elvis for years, but never really, well, the road there got around to doing it. Anyway, I'm doing a walkabout town and we got the picture in front of it. And it straight from the Lightroom. And it was not a bad picture, but it didn't have the funky atmospheric look that the restaurant does, so
Uh,
again, used the Topaz Expressionism. And that did a few weird things with the colors, but
I love it.
pretty good
Very-
job.
Very nice. Where is this, Wendell?
But yes,
Patagonia.
Patagonia, yeah,
Patagonia, okay.
So did you get a chance to eat there?
we did.
Yeah, how was it?
Good.
Yeah, excellent. Good to know.
And I used the Topaz frame,
Uh-huh.
make it a little more formal.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Oh, looking good. Thanks, Wendell.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. All right, let's go up to Alan.
So we're downtown a few weeks ago there, and this was just a panning type ICM shot. So I just liked the way it came out. It was actually supposed to be just a panning shot, but I loved the movement and the subject as well as the background. So and I liked how it turned out.
Yeah.
What's the shutter speed on that, Alan?
It was probably about 20th of
Okay.
30th, maybe.
Yeah, let's guess on the 30th. Nice.
Yeah, Alan, you could send that into our black and white SIG. We're getting a few things like this nowadays too. That would fit right in.
Couldn't quite hear you all there.
Wendell said that you could send this into the black and white, so he's getting some things like this now too.
Absolutely, yeah, I'll do that for you. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I just loved the way it came out. I just, you know, the panning shots are usually, you know, you've got your subject tagged sharp, and in the background all blurred, but I just like the way this one kind of looked, so.
Yeah, I like the little bits of ghosting you're getting on either side. Especially the wheels.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
That was a little bit different.
Yeah.
I forget what this bird's called. Anyway, it's just a beautiful colors, and it was a kind of unique position that it had its head in. So you can just see its eye peeking out right out the side there.
Yeah.
A grebe, that's what it's called. Some kind of grebe.
Yeah, I like the way the water is beating up on his back.
Yeah. Yes, just some nice textures in its feathers and stuff.
Did you lighten up on the sides a little bit?
I think I probably did. Well, you know what? I was actually shooting through reeds. So this is actually some reeds that are in front of it. That's just blurred out there.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked nicely.
That framed it nicely.
Sure did.
Yeah. Yeah, not pretty narrow little window for
Yeah.
And yeah, so the reason I put this shot in is I just love the water on this. Just the different movements in the water and
Mhm.
and the little guy in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, you're holding just enough detail to make it interesting too.
Yeah.
Good.
And it was right in black and white. You know, it was actually pretty dark to begin with, so I just moved it right over to black and white.
Mhm. Nice.
So it's my black and white theme this week, I guess.
Yeah.
So this was just the other day there in the tropical house at the Calgary Zoo. So some kind of not sure what the flower is called, but
Are you getting flowers blooming outside yet?
oh no, this is in the tropical house. Yeah, we have flowers outside, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
not
so
this kind of flower.
cool. Right. I was just curious if things were blooming there yet.
So I just zoomed right in this, and I just liked the way it came out.
Yeah, it's a nice abstract, actually.
You guys might recognize this one.
Never saw it before.
So it was this was a kind of midday shot, and I just darkened it all up just to get a little bit more drama into it.
A lot of drama.
Is that
Yeah.
Yeah, a memory maybe.
I like the texture on the roof there. So
Yeah, the dome's great. I like the way the cross is almost not there,
yeah,
just barely showing up. Yeah,
yeah,
nice job. And it's not black, it's kind of like a deep navy.
yeah.
Yeah, nice job.
Thanks. So I was wondering about the wall. I was curious as to how I would go about the wall, but I kind of just deepened the color a little bit on the wall just to make it a little bit more rich looking. So
Mhm. So you did this with selective masking?
yes, yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay. I'm gonna move your zoom image up so you guys can see the wall. Continue there. Yep. Gonna watch touching the edges here. Okay. Nice.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, Okay. Okay, Al Crawford is present. How was your class today?
Well, I had problems.
Oh, because of the internet?
Computer.
Oh, with the computer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess it's Gremlin Day,
Yeah.
because when internet was down here.
I had to use my cell phone hotspot to the internet.
Yeah, I almost did, but then I found the computer club and it seems to
Well,
be
I
stronger.
didn't think about the whole building not being down.
Ah, okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
The last time I brought pictures in here, I brought this cheetah
and I don't think it was the same picture, but it was one about the same.
Mhm.
And somebody said it ought to be cropped. Also mentioned lighting and stuff like that. And so I worked on that a little bit, but, and since then I've gotten Luminar Neo and their super sharp AI works pretty good, so I applied that.
Mhm.
But, I brought 3 cheetah pictures,
Okay,
and this is one similar to what I brought before.
okay. I love this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a mother and 3 almost adult cubs.
yeah, they're pretty full grown.
Now, that one is a crop, because that's a different picture. None of, I have 3 of them, and none of them are cropped at all. And, same cats, but, this one I like. You know, you get a different picture when you get the profile like this.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, great picture.
yeah.
Yep.
I wonder, maybe coming in a little on the left, I don't think I'd go all the way to this tree, but maybe split the difference.
Well, like I said, I didn't crop at all.
Right, right.
So, I would, yeah, I'd probably crop in a little bit, but,
Mhm.
maybe, but,
This,
I like it the way it is because the cheetah on the left is in a nice thirds area.
right,
And so,
yeah, the reflections are just gorgeous.
Mhm.
Move this up here. Yeah, really nice. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I can put this.
That's pretty close for not cropping. What kind of lens do you have on there?
this was a daytime shot that it's a little darker. I darkened it a little bit, so.
Is it your 100 to 500?
Uh,
Was it your
What
100,
lens is it?
100 to 500?
I used 2 lens and, well, that one is the 100 to 500 with an R7.
Oh, okay, so it's actually more. Yeah, it's more like an 8, close to an
Oh,
8, yeah.
so it's a crop.
Mhm.
I don't know what the focal length that was actually used. We were fairly close to them.
Ah,
Across the pond, so.
yeah, nice. That's always helpful.
So the first shot, the shot before that, that was only would have been about the 100 focal length on that R7.
Probably.
This is the 500, you just. zoom
That
in.
one, I don't think I was at 500, so.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was probably a little further out, maybe 100.
And that one, I could have used either lens. I'm not sure which lens I would.
Yeah, because you also had the 100 to 400 RF, right? Your wife carries?
You know, she didn't take it along.
She didn't take it along? Interesting. Okay.
You know, I'm just thinking you're lucky they didn't bring a little bit of salt and pepper with them.
Yeah, they're just having a little drink before looking for lunch. You might be it. Yeah.
And that one was definitely with the 24 to 240
That's a stunning image.
out below 100, so.
Love it. That's a beauty.
Yeah, that is stunning.
That one, I actually replaced the sky.
Mhm.
The sky was kind of a bull, just blanking gray, and so
Yeah,
I didn't want to put one in that was too bright, but, and I did that in Luminar.
okay.
Love it. Wow.
Okay, this is in Korea. It's at a temple, and I just love that statue, and I like the shadows that were on it.
Yeah, the face is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
He looks a lot like you.
Yeah. It was amazing how 200 years ago I could pose for this.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that picture. I like that statue, and I have a number of pictures of the statue, but this is the one I chose. And then I tinkered with it a little bit.
Yeah, well, the other thing I like is the way the shadows
Yeah,
are almost looking like it was a pattern on his robe. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and that shadow is gonna play an important role in the next two images.
All right, let's take a look. Oh, yeah.
That obviously is the same statue. But the background is a castle in Busan, Japan.
Mhm.
And that's just a typical old-fashioned pasting of two images.
Mhm.
Nothing spectacular about that. But I like the castle. I think it's really neat. And I thought the statue went well in it. Probably at the time the statue and the castle were built, it was not a good idea because the Koreans and the Japanese were not
Not exactly friends.
exactly friendly. The statue is Korean and the castle is Japanese,
Mhm.
but that's just a combining of the two, the old fashioned combining.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that kind of tipped me off right away is the fact that the color is different between the two objects. And that was something you had to play with a lot when you were doing it traditionally, was color correcting and balancing. Now, the next one is what, generative fill or what did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This one is done using generative fill. The statue was the image that I used to fill around. I used the previous picture as a reference picture,
Mhm.
and that's what it gave. And it almost looks like it's the same castle, but if you look, they're not.
Yeah, so,
They have a different number of floors. They're not quite the same.
yeah, so was that generative fill or generative photo?
It was generative.
Photo? That's a new one that they have?
No, it was generative fill.
Oh, it was just generative fill, okay. All right,
But I like the image,
yeah,
and I like the fence and the trees that it created, and it did a good job of creating the slope down from the castle.
yeah. Just got a little wonky on the detail work up here, but other than that, it looks really good.
That's it. That's in Japan. It's Yokohama. It's from the cruise ship that I was on. I spent 3 nights in that hotel that's on the right. It's got the curve.
Mhm.
Weston.
But I just thought it was a neat nighttime shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, very nice.
very nice.
Nice shot.
I like the way the blues kind of bring you across.
That
Mhm.
Ferris wheel just kind of makes the picture,
Yeah.
and it kept changing color.
Mhm.
And I took it. That was the first picture that I took,
Mhm.
and that color never came up again.
Oh. Or you had to wait a long time. Yeah.
Is Fiat the sponsor of the Ferris wheel? See the way it looks, or I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but there's a word in the Ferris wheel, looks like Fiat. Or something.
I can't tell you.
Let's go in tight and see.
F-I, or whatever it might be in Japanese. F-I-N, final?
Oh, Fina maybe?
Fina?
Yeah, that's I can't remember what that company makes, but
That I hadn't paid attention to.
yeah. Okay.
Was, a quick question, was that hotel a Weston hotel by chance? The one you stayed
No,
in?
no, But it
Because
was
there's
very
one in
nice.
Barcelona at the end of the beach that has that, it looks like a sail, looks just like that.
So I've got a question. You're on a boat or on a ship, and this is a long exposure. It's very sharp, so no movement.
The exposure was probably 1/10 of a second or something like that. It's handheld. It was taken with an R5 with a 24 to 240 lens. It has one heck of a image stabilization system. I've taken a 2-second exposure handheld that worked.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't do it on purpose, but I have done that.
yeah, image stabilization's come a long way.
Yeah, and with that camera, 1/10 of a second, I'm comfortable with. And I've got fairly steady hands, so
Yeah,
Oh.
that helps.
I'm lucky.
Yeah,
This is a picture, it was going out to a temple. I can't remember the name of the town. But I really like the rock formations, and I was wanting to get a good picture of the rock formation. And that young woman was walking out there, and I couldn't get a picture, and I couldn't get a picture, and finally she bent over there, and I said, "That's a picture."
Mhm.
And so I took it, I put it in Luminar Neo, used the preset dark and rich. It's in waterscapes or water, something like that. And used that as the basis and then tinkered a little bit with it. But I really liked the picture.
Mhm.
That she came up with, and it was kind of an accident on my part that she was just happened to be there. And in
Yeah.
fact, I was kind of aggravated that she was there for a while. But when she went over and bent over that,
Yeah,
it was
perfect.
It was
Really
perfect.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be tempted to crop that right down, right to the rocks.
I'm thinking too, yeah.
Crop out what?
Get the building out of there.
Yeah,
What did I tell you, Paula?
I don't think the top part does much, but I think
this is kind of light and might compete, so if you cropped it here, I don't think it would work so much. I would come
Oh,
down, maybe just leave a hint.
In my Photoshop Lightroom class, I presented this last week, showing how I was doing it and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
And I said that when I present this to this group, there's somebody gonna say, cut out the background. And I said, I like the background.
Yeah,
I think it adds to it. It's part of the system. And Paula said she would back me up.
there you go.
I like it, but I think it would look really cropped right down. In fact, I like the background to go black and white and just leave her the way she is.
Yeah,
Well, that would work too.
yeah, just kind of desaturate the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Did it, didn't we? That is in a Japanese garden. Now, that's a real Japanese garden because it's in Japan. I don't care what kind of garden you have in Japan, it's a Japanese garden.
That's right.
But
It's gotta have red paint on the bridge.
Yes.
I don't know what the significance of the red paint is,
I
but
don't either, but
there's a lot of
it
bridges
works.
with red paint.
yeah, it works with the greenery.
And it really works here. It took a long time to wait until nobody was in the picture, and there's actually people in the picture, you notice.
Yeah,
There's a person behind the bridge, clear off the bridge.
yeah,
Generative remove, the new one that
Yeah.
just came out
Yeah.
2 days ago in Lightroom, would remove that perfectly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I found it very frustrating, especially people doing selfies and group shots and just kept bringing other people in and switching people out.
Yeah.
It'd be like 20 minutes, you know,
Yeah.
and be waiting. Then as soon as they left, another group would come and do the same thing. It was like, yeah, it was very, very challenging for
But,
patience.
The gardens were absolutely tremendous, and I was there at the time. I had one thing up on Sandy. I was there when the cherries were in bloom.
Yeah, yeah,
They were
I miss
in
that.
full bloom, and I've got some really nice pictures.
Yeah.
of
So
that.
you got the spring and I got the fall and the harvest. So it was kind of a nice
You
balance.
got to eat them.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Well, thanks for bringing those in, Al. All right, we got everybody? I think we do. Well, I was kind of potpourri of stuff here this week. Let's see here. So I don't know if you guys have eaten at Elvira's,
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
but I haven't been there in a long time and I forgot how much fun it is inside.
fun, especially
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I decided, these are all iPhone shots, but I decided to just take some shots in there and, so.
Yeah.
here we- Yeah. It's kind of a potpourri of everything.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of straight up at the ceiling with a wide angle, which I kind of
Great.
like. That was kind
That's
of,
pretty cool. Yeah.
this side was empty, so I took some of this and brought it in and flipped it. Played around a little bit. And then this was a tight shot and I didn't realize till I got home just how dusty those things are. But could you imagine dusting all those off? And they would, by the time you get to the end, you'd be going back to the start to do it over again.
Well, you
So
have to close the restaurant for the whole day, just think of the dust flying down on.
at least,
tables.
oh yeah, so. And
I love the mirrors.
the mirrors are amazing. I managed to line it up so I could get some of the droplet glass in there. So I think that's my favorite of the group.
Yeah.
You must have been there.
And then Al, when I came over to go to visit you for pie,
Yeah.
Fridays ago. No, this was Al Crawford. This was the scene on the golf course on the way up to your
Nice.
house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they just turned the water system on, so, and the sun was going down, so it was just grab this with the iPhone and
Like it.
Oh, wow.
had a little fun with it. And then this was over at Desert Diamond. I just went over there for a talk one day and
What version iPhone do you have?
I've got the 14, the max, yeah. Trying to wait for the 16, but we're going to Turkey in September. I might upgrade to the 15 because it's got I think a 3-time optical zoom instead of a 2-time, which would be helpful. And this one I just took into the oil paint in Photoshop. Just thought I'd play around with it a little bit. Yep, that's it.
Very good.
Very good.
You were taking those pictures, or
What?
did you just work around people?
Oh, and Elvira's?
And Elvira's.
Yeah, I just worked around them. Yeah, all the tables were full, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of worked around them and, yeah, a few I'd catch a person or two, but yeah, for the most part, I worked around them. We're almost out of time here. So, I don't know if you guys, I sent a couple, videos out about, generative fill, generative remove and photo, the photo option where you can use photo or art and so forth. So, I don't know if you have time to play with those, but it might be something to incorporate into your work. Anyway, I guess we'll see you in 2 weeks and we'll go from there.
Very
All right.
good.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice seeing you guys.
Story.